Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for another Pond Talk. Today's topic is the difference between observation and harsh judgment. So many of us walk in the world with harsh judgment as our response to so many situations, when we could really benefit and the world would benefit as well if we only stayed in the act of observation. So let's take a little bit of a deep dive into the difference. Moving through the world in observation is simply noticing what you see. I could say, or you could say, Selena is wearing a blue blouse with a multi-colored blue, black, and white scarf. Or you could say, that would be the observation. That would be the observation. Or you could say, what was Selena thinking about? The scarf, the shirt, kind of work, kind of don't. It's a little too matchy-matchy. Other people might think it doesn't go along at all. That's the judgment that's placed on top of the observation. Selena's wearing a scarf of a variety of colors and a blue shirt, and what was she thinking? That's the judgment. What was she thinking? And if you observe yourself and notice how you walk in the world, take a look. Are you walking through the world simply observing what you see? Or are you walking in the world judging others and yourself, putting an opinion on everything? And you know, it wouldn't be surprising at all to discover that you opine, that you have an opinion about everything. I know when I started working with this practice of moving in observation and not opinion, it was humbling and embarrassing. I had to let go of the embarrassment. I had to wash myself in grace because I judged everything and everyone. But it's very possible to go from that state to a state where you simply walk through the world and you observe. And quite honestly, everything we need to know doesn't come from forming an opinion about what we see. It comes from just noticing what we see, what's there without our opinion. Now, we live in a world where opinions are everything, and we're told having an opinion is important. But take a moment and look. Isn't it the opinions that people hold that divide them from one another, especially today with the political climate the way it is? So perhaps it serves us more to walk through the world in observation. The other difficulty about having an opinion is it comes from our ego, the pain body, the part of us that feels like we are always right and everyone else is wrong. That divides us, doesn't unify us. So opinions are not always needed. Judgment can be laid to rest. Now, let me share one of my very favorite spiritual truths with you. And if you've been watching these Pond Talks, and I hope you have, you've probably heard me say this before, but it's very important here. Here's the spiritual truth that I love so much. Everything that can heal can harm, and everything that can help can hurt. So there are times when making a judgment is important. Getting off the curb. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I cross the street? Is this the time? Is a car coming? That's a judgment. But a harsh judgment, not necessarily needed, but so prevalent. So if you are looking to find ways to come to consciousness, to be a kinder person, to help our world, there is no better place to start than with you. Are you in observation or are you in judgment? And if you know that you're in judgment and you want help move into observation, that's when you call me. Because I'm a spiritual teacher. I help my students make those very transformations. So reach out to me, Selena@selenamaitreya.com. Don't worry that you've never considered yourself a spiritual person or, oh, you know what, I have no money. We'll always find a way to work together. And you don't need to be a spiritual person to choose to be a kinder person, to choose to be a conscious person. So reach out to me, Selena@selenamaitreya.com. We'll set a time to talk, no fee. We'll discuss your path and the work and see if it's right for you. And in the meantime, get to work watching and notice how you walk in the world. Do you observe or are you Judge Judy? Talk soon.